Round 3.
Neil Dawson in the red trunks up against Tony Moran. This is the round that Moran fell apart against Mark Hobson, who is Dawson's stablemate and had plenty of advice for the 25-year-old, but Dawson's been on the deck twice. Fascinating encounter in the cruiserweight division.
That's a nice uppercut from the man. He tried that once or twice, but that's the first one that's come off for him.
Right hand, but then a left back from Neil Dawson. Classier shots from Moran.
Yeah, he's using a little bit of imagination. Now that's a nice uppercut lead he's using. And Dawson wide open to the way he's tunneling forward. Yeah, Moran has left the pace a little bit here.
Looking for that uppercut again. Tony Moran. Dawson inexperienced and up in level, no doubt about that.
I think there's signs that Moran may be blowing a bit now. He's looking to hide here. I mean, there was a huge drop in pace for Moran in the second round, and halfway through the third, we're seeing it again.
Now Dawson comes on, trying to use his strength. Accuracy though from Moran, but the physical aggression from Dawson. Who's going to win this? Can you call it?
Well, it was a massive opening round, obviously, for Moran, so Dawson's given himself an awful big mountain to climb. But Moran for me, that's a good right hand from Dawson. That's exactly what he needs. Just something to build a little bit of confidence in his work.
Legs buckled there from Tony Moran. And suddenly, Neil Dawson finds something to give his chances a huge amount of confidence. Well.
Maybe come just a bit late in the round. I mean, Moran was picking him off nicely in the first minute and a half or so. Dawson certainly looks as though he's lasting the pace a little bit better. But maybe he's produced his good work in this round just maybe a little bit too late.
Another right hand really catches Moran, who's got to go down right at the end of the third round. Count continues, bell's gone. Looks okay, just about. Well, this is dramatic stuff.
And that's the average of what's working all the time. You're not throwing it around. You're letting them back into it.
Who would have thought after that first round that would happen?
Well, I think Moran has just blown himself out a little bit. He did a lot of good work, a lot of excellent work in the opening round. Couldn't sustain it in the second. Now he's really beginning to struggle. And Dawson looks the stronger of the two. And he's picked a nice time to get himself right back into things, scoring a knockdown there just towards the end of the round. So he's right back in this again.
Domestically, the cruiserweight division alive and buzzing. Mark Hobson and David Hay clash in a couple of weeks' time. Down a peg or two. We're having a real dust up here between Tony Moran and Neil Dawson. 3 knockdowns between them, and it's Dawson now who seems to be coming on strong. Body shots from Moran. What happens next?
But there's not the same snap in Moran's punches now as there was in the first couple of rounds. So he's obviously taken all out of the time. Now he's the one making all the mistakes.
Huge right hand there. And Moran has to go down for the second time in the fight. And he looks badly hurt. storm. Steve Gray having a close look this time at Moran, who drops again. Fifth knockdown in the fight. Is this the end for Tony Moran?
Well, I think it's more exhaustion than anything else. I mean, that certainly wasn't a thunderous punch. I just don't think Moran has anything left. He's just been knocked all over the place.
Down for the third time. Moran gets straight up. Oh, and there's...
That's because he was punched while he was on the floor. He's not picking up a rumpus. I think he took the count for safety to get away from the punches, and Dawson landed at least 2 punches while he was on the floor, and I think that's why he jumped up slightly screaming. So I don't know what the referee's going to do about this.
1 point off. To add to the drama, Steve Gray for hitting Moran when he was down. It's not to call that a knockdown. I mean, the knockdown was legitimate, so it's not 3 knockdowns this round. Yeah, 1 point for each. Well, that kind of balances itself out, doesn't it? Well, he's touched down 3 times, Tony Moran, in this fight now. And now he comes back at Dawson. This is extraordinary. But he has to go down again. How much more of this? Oh, he's all over the place. The fight's going to be stopped in the 4th round. It's an unbelievable win for Rotherham's Neil Dawson. Down twice in the opening session, back from the brink, and somehow he outlasts Tony Moran in a small hall classic.
Yeah, well, Neil Dawson deserves nothing but praise for what he's achieved today. He looked completely out of that in the opening round. Looked as though the fight was all over, but he just dug in at a couple of quiet rounds where he nursed himself back into the fight, then turned the whole thing around. Moran, obviously, tactics were bad, completely run out of steam. A massive opening round, but he could never reproduce the form he showed in the opening round. Gradually, Dawson got himself back into things, and that was tremendous all the way around. Lovely performance for Dawson, and fully deserved. I mean, at this point, Moran really has nothing left. Every clean punch is troubling him. There's more exhaustion here than the knockdown punches. That was the first knockdown of the round. You can see every clean punch has an effect on him. Second legitimate knockdown. Then the third knockdown was when the couple of punches landed while he was on the floor. This should be the one. See, he's on the floor now. 1, 2, yet 2 full body shots, and that's why he reacted so angrily. I don't know that he deserved a point deduction, but thankfully it didn't make any difference as far as the result was concerned. But congratulations, Neil Dawson, for turning that all the way around.
Incredible fight. Dawson down twice, Moran down 4 times, a point off, all in 4 rounds.
Yep, as you can see, Moran just completely exhausted at this point, and I think that's actually what finished him at the end up. Just legs not working anymore, nothing left to give. Quite right to get him out of there. So every punch at this point was having an effect, simply because he was exhausted. Up he gets, but legs are not answering. Time to go home.
It's a cracking comeback from the brink win for Neil Dawson, who remains unbeaten. Amazing stuff.
Well, Neil, first of all, how on earth did you survive that first round?
Well, I don't know. I think it were 2 flash knockdowns. They were sharp punches, but my head cleared straight away, as you could see. I'll have to watch replay, to be honest, where it hit me, but I mean, my head cleared and I was ready to go on, as you could see. But
A very disastrous start. How did you keep your self-belief in there?
well, after that first round, I could feel him just his strength sapping away, and I kept pressing him, and I could tell that I was going to get to him.
You could feel him start to tire from the second round onwards.
I think he threw too many punches in first round, and he would tired himself out. But I don't want to take that away from our win, because obviously that's the best win in my career. But yeah.
Talk us through that extraordinary 4th round when you scored 4 knockdowns.
Well, I just kept. Chris was telling me to double jab, dip, right hand, first time I dipped in right hand, it hit him flush on chin, so I know it were. Your head don't clear from shots like that. I mean, them little shots hit me where, yeah, they were flash knockdowns, but that were clean on chin, weren't it? So.
Your trainer Chris Aston looks after Mark Hobson as well. Do you have a new star in the cruiserweight division here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Neil's been around a long time around amateurs, and that he had a good pedigree in amateurs, and he's been sparring with Hobson now for about 4 years. And he'll tell you, you know, this kid is Mark's hardest, you know, challenge in the gym.